All we are is a collection of memories. Guys, back on the cinema scale, today we are taking a first look at the movie Eternity. The film is directed by David Frayne, and Elizabeth Olsen is its executive producer. The movie stars Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, Callum Turner, John Early, and Divine Joy Randolph. The film focuses on the life of a woman named Joan, whom is now deceased. And after she meets this circumstance, she's brought to a place called the afterlife. Well, there in the afterlife, Joan must decide whom she is going to spend the rest of her eternity with. Her first husband of her early years, or her second husband of her late years. I really appreciated Elizabeth Olsen in this particular movie. I loved her character of Joan. She plays a confused widow whom is torn between two of the most powerful loves she's ever experienced. I love how they selected her wardrobe because her wardrobe really highlighted the sophistication of her character. But in this sequence, she is befuddled. She's confused. She's emotionally damaged. Not only is she coping with the grief of both men, but she's struggling to find her place in this new set of circumstances. She was a delight to watch on screen, and you are not bored for a second while she is carrying out this role. Now, alongside her, Miles Teller, I thought they had great chemistry. Like, I was really coming into this movie a bit apprehensive, but I loved their chemistry. Miles Teller, I've seen him in a lot of films. I've seen him in Footloose. I've seen him in all of the Divergent series movies. But this movie in particular, he plays a father, a father whom has a deep care for his wife and his family. But he's that messy kind of dad. He's argumentative. He is dealing with old age. And he's somewhat bitter. He's abrasive, but he's tender. He's empathetic, but he's frustrating to watch sometimes. And he and Elizabeth Olsen have wonderful chemistry. And that's what really brings this story to life. He's definitely an unstable presence in this movie. And you can really discern that. Why that was needed for his character. Now, alongside him comes in Callum Turner as Prince Charming, as it were. And one of the things I appreciated about Callum's character is he's that cliche, everything is all together kind of guy. He plays a guy who has everything figured out, and he seems like the ideal choice for a woman of Joan's caliber. He's smooth, he's suave, he has all of the great charming elements that one would want in a lover. But one of the things that you recognize about his character is that he is battling emotional decisions. And that's something that we really can relate to. Although a person may have that macho exterior, you never know what the person is going through emotionally, mentally, and physically regarding a circumstance that they might be going through. And I really love that about his character. This is the type of movie that you can have fun with. If you're someone dealing with the grief or loss of a past lover, and you're trying to find that strength or courage to move forward, this might be a movie that can help you to come to terms with some of that grief. If you're someone who is dealing with a second marriage and you're having some personal regrets, or you're having deep concerns as to what your mate might have thought about you remarrying, this is a movie that will be relatable to you and your family. It definitely provides an emotional blanket of security for those who have experienced something as devastating as losing someone that they love in death. And I really appreciated how the story was told. It balances comedy so nicely, so eloquently, that you forget that you're watching a dramatic romantic comedy. Now, I do have to give a shout out to two of the characters in this movie that were just so funny comedic wise. I loved John Early and Divine Joy together. Those two right there were so funny throughout the entire performance. I really think that they were a good cast because they brought essence into the movie that you may not have thought about. The director was able to execute their comedy so excellently, and I felt as though that's needed in a film like this. Now, the runtime of the movie is 1 hour and 53 minutes. Now, although the movie is clocked at PG-13 or stamped at PG-13, I would not recommend that you take your children to this movie because there may be some awkward scenes. There was one quote in the movie that it just really touched me emotionally. It mentioned there, quoted from Elizabeth Olsen, that love isn't just one happy moment. It is a makeup of a lot of moments that couple or those lovers will experience. So guys, that was the movie Eternity on the cinema scale. Let me know down in the comment box how this movie made you feel. Should you go to the theaters and see it? Absolutely. Let me know in the comment box what you thought of this movie. Did you have high expectations? And if you like what you see and want to see more, don't forget to click next and hit that subscribe button.